Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belgian Beer Lovers channel. Cedric here in Antwerp with yet another brew review for you guys. And today we are talking about an atypical beer for this brewery. We are going to talk about Mort Subite, a brewery that we know from Lambic and mainly their Greek beer, their cherry beer. But they have some new additions to the range. They started out with some new fruit, the juicy crime of passion, and you'll never guess, it's a passion fruit beer. It is very, very present in the aisle. They absolutely do not skimp on promotion, so yeah. It was a matter of time before I took one of these with me. Now, first thing that I noticed on this can, well, it's like very 80s graffiti style. I kind of like it. Normally, I'm not for loud cans, but in this particular case, it actually works. I like how they kept the metallic colors in the passion fruits and worked with near pastel colors here with the mint green and that pastel purple. But one thing that I immediately notice is 7.2% ABV, which is not what you would expect from a common fruit beer, although these days the 8% and 9% cherry beers are a fad, of course. Bilingual can, Dutch and French. Okay, I get that because Mort Subite is from Brussels. The juiciest of the moment, crime of passion. A light, hazy fruit beer with a tropical mix of passion fruit and exotic herbs and spices. Scandalously good. Okay. And when looking at the ingredients, I see water, malted barley, wheat, sugar, mango and passion fruit juice. And 7% even, so nice. So yeah, as usual, I am very curious. So let's dive right in. I would have expected this to be darker. It is very, very pale. It is very aromatic. I already get that scent in the nose. But yeah, I like how hazy this is, as promised. And I thought this would be more of a pale ale color. But yeah, nice. It reminds me more of a wheat beer, although it holds wheat. Nice, hazy, yellowish pale color, nice thick white foam. Yeah, just the way we like it. And you probably won't see this on camera, but a lot of bubbling, nicely carbonated. Yeah, like I said, very, very aromatic. It is passion fruit all the way. Now, what did I say here? Passion fruit and mango. Okay, that is no surprise because I do get that mango scent as well. I thought maybe it was from the hops, but apparently they added mango juice. And to give you an idea of how aromatic this actually is and how fruity this actually is, it's like I'm smelling agave juice or having a smoothie. So it is all juice all the time. And with that comes, of course, that slight sweetness, that slight acidity. So yeah, I'm very curious for the taste. So let's have a taste. Cheers. Oh god, that's sweet and fruity. Yeah. I'm not saying it's bad, but it is very hard to tell where the fruit juice ends and the beer starts. This is extremely juicy. Now I kind of expected that, and I like mango, I like passion fruit, but this is really a lot. That was the subjective part. Now for the objective part. Initial flavor, fruit bomb. Definitely a whole bunch of fruit. They say 6.9% concentrated fruit juice. So that is concentrated aroma, concentrated flavor. So I could have expected this. Also, as expected in the scent, the acidity is nice and present. Yeah, that is a plus. Luckily for us, there is a bit less fruitiness in the flavor than in the aroma, but it is still quite a lot. Apart from that, lovely mouthfeel, decent amount of carbonation, actually close to the perfect amount of carbonation for this kind of beer. It also has a nice, full, well-rounded mouthfeel. So it is kind of like a Hefeweizen, so quite wheat beer-like. So I'm very curious for that ratio barley to wheat. I think they used quite a lot of wheat in this one. Again, good thing. I like that. A lot of protein, a lot of a slight acidity on the back of the tongue. I like all those details. And of course, Mort Subite was already accustomed with their fruit beers because they make a nice framboise and a very decent kriek. I think that I'm very happy to be drinking this rather cold. I think my fridge is set to 4 degrees centigrade. Because I do think that if this warms up, so much aroma will be set free. I think that might be a bit too much. Nonetheless, nice aftertaste. The after flavor is more subtle. It is lighter. It is smoother. It lingers a bit in a nice way. The after flavor is a nice balance, or has a nice balance between a hint of sourness, a slight acidity, and I mean the lemony, limey kind, and again, passion fruit, mango, agave for some reason, but way smoother. This is like having an agave or having a mango passion fruit popsicle. And I actually think that this beer would go perfectly with a very simple vanilla ice cream based dessert, for example. I also think that this might be a nice base, for example, except instead of a coulis, make a sauce based on this. And I don't mean cook the beer, I mean take those fruits and make a sauce out of that, for example. Okay, very nice. As for the score. That's tough. Because it might not be my cup of tea, but it is a decent beer. So let's call this a classic 3.5. Yeah, which is well past. Yeah, I think I've said everything that there is to be said. If you like those fruity, juicy beers, get one of these. If you're expecting a fruity tropical IPA, don't. But yeah, it's decent. Thank you guys so much for watching and sticking with me. If you guys want to get in touch, all my info is in the description. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments or just send me an email. If you have requests, same goes. If you want to support this channel, I don't know, share a video, look at the Patreon page. And if you want to see more, I have playlists sorted out in country, in brewery, in style. So you will probably find what you like. Until next time, cheers.